To Sir Watkin Phillips, Bart. Of Jesus College, Oxon. Dear Phillips, as I have nothing more at heart than to convince you I am incapable of forgetting or neglecting the friendship I made at college, now begin that correspondence by letters, which you and I agreed, at parting, to cultivate. I begin it sooner than I intended, that you may have it in your power to refute any idle reports which may be circulated to my prejudice at Oxford, touching a foolish quarrel, in which I have been involved on account of my sister, who had been some time settled here in a boarding school. When I came hither with my uncle and aunt, who are our guardians, to fetch her away, I found her a fine tall girl, of 17, with an agreeable person, but remarkably simple, and quite ignorant of the world. This disposition, and one of experience, had exposed her to the addresses of a person, I know not what to call him, who had seen her at a play, and, with a confidence and dexterity peculiar to himself, found means to be recommended to her acquaintance. It was by the greatest accident I intercepted one of his letters. As it was my duty to stifle this correspondence in its birth, I made it my business to find him out, and tell him very freely my sentiments of the matter. The spark did not like the style I used, and behaved with abundance of mettle. Though his rank in life, which, by the by, I am ashamed to declare, did not entitle him to much deference, yet as his behavior was remarkably spirited, I admitted him to the privilege of a gentleman, and something might have happened, had not we been prevented. In short, the business took air, I know not how, and made abundance of noise. Recourse was had to justice. I was obliged to give my word and honour, and see. And tomorrow morning we set out for Bristol Wells, where I expect to hear from you. By the return of the post, I have got into a family of originals, whom I may one day attempt to describe for your amusement. My aunt, Mrs. Tabitha Bramble, is a maiden of 45, exceedingly starched, vain, and ridiculous. My uncle is an odd kind of humorist, always on the fret, and so unpleasant in his manner, that rather than be obliged to keep him company, I'd resign all claim to the inheritance of his estate. Indeed, his being tortured by the gout may have soured his temper, and, perhaps, I may like him better on further acquaintance. Certain it is, all his servants and neighbours in the country are fond of him, even to a degree of enthusiasm, the reason of which I cannot as yet comprehend. Remember me to Griffey Price, Gwynn, Mansell, Bassett, and all the rest of my old Cambrian companions. Salute the bedmaker in my name, give my service to the cook, and pray take care of poor Ponto, for the sake of his old master, who is, and ever will be, dear Phillips, your affectionate friend, and humble servant, Gr. Melford, Gloucester, April 2nd.